Hello everyone, here we want to talk about the decimal numbers and rounding in the Microsoft Excel. So for example, if I have a number here, decimal number, just for example right now here, and now I want to have an integer number because I wanna increase the power of this value to power 2, and right now I do not want to have this value 1.75. I just want the value 1 when I make this to the power 2. So what I can do, I can round this number. So what some people do, some people come here and use the decrease and increase of the decimal number in the format of the cell. So by using that, I can say, for example, right now I have an integer number, but you need to notice that the actual number is not rounded. It's just showing the integer number. It's just showing this number with no decimal values, but I do not actually change the value. And if you can see, my function is still showing 1.75 and the calculation is not changed. So what I can do, I can use a round number before I make it to the power 2. For example, using a round function, supplying the number at the first argument and the decimal point I want in the second argument, which is 0, and then close the parentheses. So right now by using decimal 0 here, I saying that I want an integer number and round this number for me. So you can see it's changed it to the power 1. Notice that the rounding function assumes if this value is more than the midpoint, then I will round it to the up, and if it's less than the midpoint, I will round it to the down. So for example, here I use some round function supplied by these numbers, and here for example I have 1.5, and the round functions get this value and say, okay, what is the decimal point you want? It's 0. I going and see the first value in the decimal because you're supplying the 0 number here. I see this 0.5. Is this equal or more than 5? And if it's yes, I will make it round up. So I add one value to the number before the decimal point. But here the round function get the value 1.49, saying that what is the decimal number you want? Is it 0? So you want the integer number. So because it is 0, I checking the first decimal number. Is this first decimal number less than 5? Yes. So I make the round down. I just showing the value of 1 here. So it's value 1. But if I supply value 1 here, I saying that I want one decimal number, it's going to the first decimal number and then checking the second decimal number to see if it's less than 5 or not. Because this is 9 and it's more than 5, it will round up. So it add one value to the first decimal number to the and return the value 1.5. So this is how the rounding works. So for example, here I supplied, I say that I just want one decimal number. Round function check that the second decimal number it's less than 5, so it's return 1.5, rounding down. And for example, here I have the p-value 3.1415 and so on, and I said I just want two decimal number. So Excel, the round function Excel, checks the third decimal number. It's 1. The third one is 1. It's less than 5, and then it's rounding to the down, so it returned just 3.40. But here I use the e value. I want to round the e value, and I want to have two decimal numbers. So the round function check the third decimal number. It's 8. It's more than 3, it's more than 5, and it will return 2.72, rounding up, adding 1 to the second decimal number. So this is how the round function works. And we have a round up and round down function as well. In the round up function, it just asks you what is the number and what is the decimal point. I do not care about the other values in the decimal number. I just showing you rounded value plus 1. So for example, here I just don't care about the other decimal numbers. I just rounding up. So for example, if I have 1.5 here and I want an integer number, and the roundup function don't care if it's a 5 at this decimal number, or it's 6 or it's 1. It's just rounding up to the 2. So for example, this one is 2 and this one is 2. And even this one, 1.1, I want to have an integer number with 0 decimal number. X roundup function don't care about the 1 value in the first decimal place. It just rounding up and say that it's 2 value 2 added 1 value to the previous value. So here I want to have a number from the p-value with 2 decimal number. It just rounding up and showing me 3.50, adding 1 value to the 4. So we can assume that the round down function is just the same, but it will rounding down. I don't care about the other decimal number. So for example, here if I want to have 0 value, it means that if I want to have an integer number, the round down function say I do not care about the numbers after the decimal. I just showing you the integer number, the number before the decimal. So it just 1. So it's do not matter if it's 1.5 or it's 1.49 or it's 1.1 or it's 1.9. I just return the value 1 in all of them. And also here, for example, in the rounding down the e value 2.18, I saying that I want to have 2 decimal numbers. The Excel said that I do not care if it's 8 in the third decimal number or it's 1 or it's 5. I just showing you the value with 2 decimal number rounding down to the 2.71. So this is how the round up and round down functions work in the Excel, and I hope it's useful for you. So until next video, goodbye. In order to watch more training videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Diaco Ltd. And if you want to see our products, please visit our website diaco.co.uk.